Yo, what's good people? Greetings and salutations to each and every one of you again. Welcome back to another edition of Yosef's 2 Cents. I am he, Yosef Isaiah Benjamin. And on tonight's presentation, I want to talk about a responsible man being a lame. A responsible man is a lame, according to some dingbats out here in the world. So y'all come on in, unwind, max and relax and chill, and let us sit down and let's once again reason together. Currently right now in New York, in Brooklyn, it is 62 degrees. The wind is at 8 miles per hour, and the humidity is 39%. Y'all come on in, unwind, relax, chill. What's good, nephew? Pleasant surprise. Thanks for joining me tonight. Let's see, who else has just joined us? Brother Barron, what's going on, man? Thank you, sir, for joining us tonight. Yeah, y'all come on in, man. Unwind, chill, relax. I hope you all have had a very productive and pleasant and beautiful Thursday. I know I have. I just want to chop it up right quick because normally I don't go on the air Thursday nights. And because normally I'm either at work or or something, but I don't normally go on the air. So this is a special Thursday night edition of Yosef's 2 Cents. Yeah, man, RIP to DMX, the one and the only, the incomparable DMX. Brother Clifford, what's going on, man? Thanks for joining us tonight. Let me do this. See if I can do this. See, the reason why I want to chop it up with y'all tonight is because this didn't necessarily happen recently. It didn't necessarily happen to me recently, but it happened a while back. So I thought it would be, good to just talk about it. Good evening to you too, sweetheart. Thanks for joining us here again. That's Miss Smaller. And I wanted to talk about it because, it seems to be so commonplace, for men who are getting themselves together or they have themselves together. Men who have standards, men who carry themselves with dignity and respect. That's about, that's not about BS. That's not about nonsense. That has money in their bank account or accounts. And we get clowned. We get shamed for having standards, And so I'm hearing more and more that when you find or you run across a responsible and a respectful man, we're the ones that gets clowned. We're the ones that gets roasted. But here we are, right? We are still about our business. We're still doing what we need to do to take care of ourselves and to take care of our families. But we're the ones that gets clowned on. We get roasted. But when we were in high school or when we were in college, you were getting trains ran on, getting high, getting turned out. So because we did not choose you in our adult life now, we get clowned, we get roasted. But we were the squares back in high school and college because we were trying to establish something. We were building ourselves, and we still are building ourselves. Some of us brothers are still coming back from a major setback. And when you come back from a setback, sometimes that takes years to come back. See, when you come back from a setback, it's not always easy. It's not always a bed of roses. Absolutely not. Let's see who else has just joined us. J. Cole, what's going on, man? Thanks for joining us. Montrell, what's going on, man? Thanks for joining us tonight. I believe you're a first-time viewer. See, when we were in high school and we were in college, we were always put on the back burner because we weren't hard enough, we weren't hood enough, yet we made straight A's, yet we were accepted to some of the best universities and colleges in the state and in the United States and the world. And here we are, we got our business together, we continue to get ourselves together, yet when we have standards and when you want us because you gave yourselves away, you spent the best years of your life being promiscuous. And that beauty of yours and that Coca-Cola figure bottle is gone. Now you're interested? Nah. You're not interested in the man. What you're interested in is the man's resources. And when you run across a man that is straight as an arrow, that doesn't take nonsense from anybody, that's not a simp, that doesn't pander to the vagina, you get mad. Sister D, what's going on? Thanks for joining us tonight. Brother Mason, what's going on, man? Thanks for joining us tonight. He says, quote, the productive man is only deemed lame by the matriarchal standards. Patriarchy depends on the man who secures resources for his lineage. Well said. Well said. J. Cole says, everything is corny in the black community. If you read, you're a lame. If you work with your hands, you're a lame. If you're affectionate, you're a lame. Yo, the way I got it figured, man, I take that as a compliment. And see, I've had some lame brain ass dude and some lame brain ass female to call me a lame. But yet they're the same ones that don't have a pot or a window. You don't have a pot to piss in, and you don't have a window to throw it out of. Yet I'm a lame. I got 2 jobs. I have a bank account. I have a wardrobe. I like to eat well. I like to carry myself with dignity and respect. Yet I'm the lame, right? Come on, man. And see, this is where everybody wants to get things all twisted. Because the reality of the matter is this. If a man has standards, Guess what happens? He's a lame. And see, just because, I don't carry myself like everybody else, then all of a sudden, guess what I am? I'm a lame. I'm a loser. I'm this, that, and the third. J. Cole also says, if you're not part of a gang, you are definitely lame. Yeah, and the same ones that were doing all that gang banging, they're pushing up daisies or they're incarcerated being somebody's girlfriend. Brother James, what's going on, man? Thanks for joining us tonight. And see, when I was younger, it used to really aggravate and frustrate me because I didn't understand the logic. I'm like, I got everything going for me. I know I show promise. I keep myself out of trouble. I carry myself with dignity and respect. But it's always the ones of us that does that, we get overlooked. Now here it is in our adulthood. Now the same ones that rejected us in high school, they call themselves attracted to us. Come on, man. And see, the thing is, we see right through the bull. We see right through the bull. We see right through the nonsense. We carry ourselves with respect. We believe in doing the right thing for the right reason. But I'm a lame. I got 2 jobs. I have a small podcast. I'm saving my money. I'm responsible with my money. I'm learning about economics. But I'm a lame. Brother Walter, what's going on, man? Thanks for joining us tonight. And just because I'm not pandering for vagina and I'm not bowing down to the stereotype, I'm a lame. I'm a simp. If I'm such a simp, right? How come I am in the process now of building a relationship with a beautiful woman? How come I'm still getting to know this woman for myself and vice versa? If I'm such a simp. If I'm such a simp, how come I don't pander for no woman? How come I don't kiss ass to get a woman's attention? How come I don't do that if I'm such a simp? Oh yeah, that's right. The shaming language comes because you're angry with yourself for not making the same choices I did. Instead, you got a whole baseball team. You got a starting 5 for a basketball team with mismatched baby mamas and baby daddies. I don't pay child support. I don't pay alimony. I'm getting my credit back up to speed. But I'm a lame. Well, I'm going to tell you something. If all of that classifies me as being a lame, then guess what? I'll wear that bad boy like a badge of honor. Because I will be doggone if I get myself in the same position that a lot of these other idiots are in. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's been it's been a bed of roses for me, because it hasn't. Because the reality is, 5 years ago, I came back to New York. I came back to New York 5 years ago to take care of my mom. 5 years ago, when I came back to New York to my sister's house, I didn't have any money. Because the job I did have, I gave that up. I had my own apartment. I gave that up to take care of my mom. It was a matter of life and death. It was a critical situation at that time. 5 years ago, The only clothes I had was the clothes on my back. 5 years ago, I had hardly any money to my name. Now here it is 5 years later. I got 2 jobs. 5 years later, I have a bank account. 5 years later, I have a whole wardrobe, among other things that I've been doing. And yes, I refuse to be promiscuous. And see, if a dude does decide to pander to a woman, then guess what happens? Chances are you still ain't going to sleep with that woman. You still ain't going to get the woman that you want if you pandering. So that's why I decided for myself, I'm going to be me, man. I'm going to be me. I'm going to be about my business. I'm going to continue on bettering myself, learning to become the ultimate version of myself, for the glory of my maker. Brother Eddie, what's going on, man? Thanks for joining us. J. Cole says, quote, if you pander to women, it will be the easiest money you ever made, but you will sell your dignity and manhood. And see, there's a lot of things that I'm willing to do, but I am not going to put a price tag on my dignity, my manhood, my self-respect. Ain't happening. And that's what happens with a lot of these dudes out here. These simps. These kleptogamists. And they're willing to do anything and everything they can for a moment of pleasure. But they fail to realize that a moment of pleasure, especially in these days and times, it can lead up to a lifetime of regret and a lifetime of despair. And that's what people fail to understand. That's what people fail to realize. Oh, and let me also add to me being a lame that I have not one, but 2 consultants for my podcasts. Yeah. Not one, but 2 consultants. See, this is the life of Yosef Isaiah Benjamin, the lame. Money in my account. I have 2 jobs. I'm working on bettering myself. I have a beautiful woman in my life that I'm working on having a relationship with. But I'm the lame. I'm the simp. I have a small podcast. If you Google me, I come up. See? And because men like me, we have standards and we have moral values, we get shamed, we get clowned. No, we see right through the bull. We see right through the nonsense. That's what that is. And we know for a fact that there's no way in the world that you don't give a damn about us. Because the reality is, you don't care about the man. You don't see the man. You see a man as a tool, as a resource. Let's see, who else has just joined us? Brother Steve, what's going on, man? Thanks for joining us. Brother Walter says, quote, I've been called a lame, but yet these dummies can't hold a job or quit having babies from different women. Exactly my point. Exactly my point. Brother Michael, what's going on, man? Thanks for joining us. He just popped up on my messenger. He says he can't comment because he's blocked for 24 hours. And the reason why Fedbook is on this BS again is because the truth is being told. This is my second time attempting to go on the air, because the first time it says I wasn't allowed to tag any of you. And you all know that I always tag you for the most part when I go on the air. Facebook is just on this BS, as usual, as a whole. But thanks for listening, brother. And thank you for your support. Yeah. I have class. I have dignity. Listen, I like to eat well. I like to dress well. I like to keep myself up. I do. What's wrong with that? Ain't nothing wrong with that. And the idiots that always calls me or has called me a lame, a simp, they see greatness in me that they don't see in themselves. Now, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but it is what it is. Let's see, who else has just joined us here? Brother Eric, what's going on, man? Thanks for joining us. Barron says, I quote, Brother Barron says, quote, I just let these special guys watch my footprints as I grow in my lane. Same here, brother. Same here. And as these idiots fall by the wayside, because eventually they are, they can sink or swim at this point. J. Cole says, there's a new internet simp named Papa Don. And he says, in order for you not to be a lame, you need to give women money on the first date and impress her. Man, please. I'm going to give y'all some real dating advice. And one of them is this. Be yourself. You do not have to put a price tag on your morals and your principles just because a woman does not find you attractive. Don't do that to yourself. Brother Terrence, what's going on, man? Thanks for joining us tonight. See, it's sorry ass busters like this. Papa Don is his name. This internet simp and all the rest of these jackasses that's gassing up these toxic dames' head. They're boosting their ego. I'm not going to boost your ego. I'm going to be honest with you because I've learned to be honest with myself. See, the reality is that if this dude, Papa Don, who he calls himself, says in order for you not to be a lame, you got to give women money. You need to give women money on the first date. I just received the text message. That's for me. That's only for me. And see, this idiot doesn't even realize this new internet simp y'all talking about. This fool doesn't even realize that the percentage of divorces in this country continues to escalate. So what you're telling me is this dude Papa Shango is the new Derek Jackson. That's what you're telling me. So Papa Shango is the new Derek Jackson, and he's saying all this outlandish BS, and cats are just eating it up. Okay. All right. Brother Dawa, what's going on, man? Thanks for joining us. I hope you're doing well, man. And I know most times you be in Fed book jail, man, but it's good to have you on this platform, too. I got to have you back on, too, one day, man. Good to have you with us tonight. So, and see, here's the thing. When you have people, a lot of these social media, figures and personalities, these podcasters, I'm going to tell you something, man. You know why they have such a large following? The reality of the matter is this, because a lot of these podcasters, they have to buy their followers. Yeah, they buy their followers. They have to pay X amount of dollars, especially on Instagram, to get followers. Man, screw that. Now, I could go down that same road that everybody else is traveling down. But I ain't doing that. I ain't about to do all that, man. That's not going to happen with me. I can't do that to me. Listen, I'm the kind of man that believes in doing the right thing for the right reason. I'm not going to buy my followers, man. I'm of the mindset and the attitude, whosoever will, let them come. Brother Dawa says, I can't see or hear you, brother, on my end. The powers that be won't let me watch. That's a shame, brother. That's a shame. And you and I talked about this before. Let me tell y'all this. Myself, Brother Dawa, J. Cole, Baron, Brother Eric, and all the rest of the brothers that's on here. Brother Terrence, Brother Eddie, Brother Walter, whoever's listening. Brother Clifford, whoever's listening. Believe it or not, fellas, we are the new dregs of society. And you know why we're the new dregs of society? Because we carry ourselves with dignity and respect. We're not pushovers. We don't pander for the camel toe. We have standards. And because we have standards, because we carry ourselves with respect, we carry ourselves like men, we're the new dregs of society. If you like to eat well, you're the new drag of society. If you are educated and you're not dumb, we're the new dregs of society. If you're not a homosexual and yet you're a heterosexual man who's married to a woman and you don't subscribe to all this liberal BS, you are the new dregs of society. I'm going to open up the phone lines in just a moment. And because now we are the new dregs of society, because we won't bow down to the rest of this BS that they're spewing, guess what happens? The end result? The end result of it is this. Here come the shaming language. And don't say anything that somebody doesn't like. You're going to be called gay. And see, listen, we are all old school here. I think mostly tonight there are mostly brothers here, and there's one lady that's listening. But peep this. For the most part, we all come from an era that if somebody was a stud, that meant that man was handsome. We come from an era in which if somebody was gay, that meant they were happy. We come from an era, right? That if somebody or a horse, a male horse was a stallion, not a female rapper who named herself after one. See, we old school. We old school. And because we don't bow down to certain ideologies and certain beliefs, then we are looked upon as the villain. We're looked upon as the dregs of society. J. Cole says this is a Pookie with a lot of tats on his face. He probably just got out of jail and needed a new hustle. Man, look. And see, here's the thing. Nothing ever surprises me anymore. Nothing. Nothing ever surprises me no more. It doesn't. I wouldn't be surprised if that is actually his new hustle. Look, I believe in making money as well as the next man. But I also believe in earning my money honestly. I believe in earning my keep honestly. That's what I believe in. See? And see, and I'm with you, brother Eric. If that's being a drag, then sign me up. Salute to you too, brother Barron. Appreciate the compliment, brother Clifford. It says you the truth, man. Listen, all praises to the Most High, man. Salute to you too, brother Eric. Salute to all y'all, man. But this is what I'm getting ready to do now, just in case y'all want to. Yeah, man. Because the reality of the matter is, you have a lot more. You have a lot more people that just refuse to be bowing down to the status quo. Brother Richard, what's going on, man? Thanks for joining us. There's the number to call in if you so choose to. 929-274-4763 is the number to call in. Do me a favor, like the video, share the video, tag your family and your friends, and donate to the podcast. My cash ID is $HiddenOneTruth. That's $HiddenOneTruth. And please, ma'am, please, sir, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It is the same name on YouTube as it is here on this blue app. And for those of y'all that are just joining us, I want to thank you for spending a part of your Thursday evening, your Thursday evening with me. And welcome back to Yosef's 2 Cents. I'm your man, Yosef Benjamin. And tonight we're talking about a responsible man being a lame. Let's see who else has just joined us here. Brother Jermaine, what's going on? Keith, what's going on, man? Thanks for joining us. See, and it's men like us, and I'm certain that there are more men than just us that feels the same way we do, or feels the same way that I do. Look, there's no way in the world that I'm going to, circumcise my principles and castrate myself just to please somebody else. And see, the very same goofs that's talking about us men with standards and principles and morals, they're just mad at us because they didn't make the same choices we did. And so they feel like they have to take it out on us. Listen, man, that ain't our problem. That ain't our problem at all. And I'll throw this out here too. I'll throw it out here one more time. Because the truth is, more and more men continues to walk away from women in relationships. Not just personal relationships, but they're walking away from professional relationships. And it all has to stem from this erroneous philosophy, this toxic ideology known as feminism. So when you find a man like me with standards and the rest of y'all like standards, guess what happens? You must be gay. You must live at home with your mama. Your mama black. Y'all know how it is. Sister Sade, what's going on? Thanks for joining us tonight. 929-274-4763 is the number to call in. Brother Barron, appreciate you sharing the video. 929-274-4763 is the number to call in. And see, here's the thing. Don't be mad at us. Don't be mad at the man that's building something for himself, that's trying to establish himself. Don't be mad at us because we choose to steer clear of the BS and the nonsense. Don't be mad at us. Come on now. Don't be mad at us. Because you had the opportunity to make the same choices that we did. It's not our fault you got mismatched baby mamas and baby daddies. It's not our fault that you are pumping out illegitimate children. It's not our fault. You need to be more responsible for your actions. We are all grown here. We are grown men and we are grown women here. We got to stop having this high school disposition. You ain't in high school no more. You ain't 15, 16, 17 years old no more. You ain't in high school no more. You ain't in college no more. You're in the real world. It's really an insane asylum without walls, but the reality is you need to man up and grow up. And for the ladies that's still, wanting a man to kiss your rear end, that ain't gonna happen either. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Brother Richard says a responsible man is a lame. The logic of these folks is ridiculous. I'm not surprised that it's usually women making that statement because some of them are used to chaos. Well said. Brother Walter makes up some good points. He says, quote, those same dudes that I know are still hanging on the corner and stuck on high school nonsense. He continues, oh, and if you talk about investing money, they will say it's a waste of time, but will piss away money. Lottery numbers. Exactly, brother. Exactly. Brother Barron says, man, I lived at home with my parents until I completed my 4 years of college, and it made me a great man. One child, one child mother / wife. Respect to you, brother. Respect to you. See, I say again, there ain't a damn thing wrong with being a man with standards. Ain't a damn thing wrong with a man not only having morals and having options and investing in himself and being careful who he chooses to lay with. Ain't nothing wrong with that at all. I salute each and every one of y'all, man. I respect each and every one of y'all, man. I do. Really, I do. That's Brother Chris on his other page. He says, such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth and saith, I have done no wickedness. Proverbs 30:20. Thank you. And see, let me tell y'all something else too. Since the majority of my listeners are Jews and Hebrews and Christians and Muslims, I got to go back to the book of scriptures, especially in the Bible. It says in the first number of Psalms, the first 3 verses, when it talks about a blessed man. It's and to paraphrase it, it says that a blessed man is blessed in everything that he does and he says. And he does not walk in the counsel of the ungodly, nor the unrighteous. But the last 3 verses of that psalm, it says, not so are the wicked. Because the wicked man is like the chaff which the wind will drive away. And everything that wicked man does, it's not blessed. It's cursed. It's doomed. It's damned. But once again, we're the lames. Why are we lame? Because we choose not to sleep with a promiscuous woman? Because we choose not to lay down with an adulterous woman? Because we're not doing the same thing that other cats are doing? We're not simping. We're not pandering for the camel toe. Come on, man. Like I said, I'm a lot of things, but there's no way in the world that you gonna find me going to, just going to pander for a woman. That's not happening. Because let me tell you something. Here's another tidbit of dating relationship advice for you. Because just like in life, it goes to show in dating and in relationships, ain't nothing certain. It's only opportunity. I'll say it again. Ain't nothing certain. It's only opportunity. You have the opportunity to be a good man. See? And the reality is also, people know better. People just don't care any better. And see, when it comes down, to being a man of moral standards and principles, it ain't got nothing to do with religion. It ain't got nothing to do with religion. It ain't got nothing to do with religion. It's about morals and standards. It's about a moral code. That's what it's about. It's about a moral code. It ain't about religion. It's about doing the right thing for the right reason for yourself. And if you are not interested in being a man of character, a man of honor and dignity and respect, if you're not doing that for yourself, who are you doing it for and why? Who are you doing it for? And see, there's a lot of people that says, in order for you to be a high value man, you need to have 6 figures. And in order for you to be a high value man, you got to have X, Y, and Z. Yo, do you know how many cats are making 6 and 7 figures, but they're some of the biggest douchebags in the world? They got children that they don't even acknowledge or claim. They got children that they have signed over their parental rights to, but they're making 6 and 7 figures. So the ideology of a man being a high value man making 6 figures, and that's what defines a man being high value, man, miss me with that shit. Excuse my French, but miss me with that. Miss me with that. This is my interpretation of being a high value man, quote unquote high value man. When you carry yourself with respect, when you do the right thing for the right reason, when you are not jealous of any other man, you're zeroing in on yourself, you're working on yourself constantly and consistently. That's what being a high value man is. A high value man is not one who goes around being promiscuous, sleeping with woman to woman, and lying to these women. Yo, whoever says that you have to have 6 figures, you have to make 6 figures in order for you to be a high value man, I strongly disagree with them. Because they're focusing on that which is external. You got to focus on what's on the inside. You have to focus on what's in your mind and in your heart. Because anybody can make improvements on the outside. Anybody can make improvements on the outside, on the external. But are you willing to make the necessary sacrifice to better yourself as a man on the inside? Because mind you of something, the psychological apparatus and the emotional apparatus is much more sensitive than that of the physical. And it takes much more time to do the work, to properly work on yourself on the inside. See, this is where a lot of people have a lot of stuff ass backwards. Pardon the French. Let me read some of your comments. Let's see. And I ain't ignoring y'all. Y'all call in, man. Cause I'm getting tired of. Am I gonna have to make some phone calls? I'll do that too. Brother Barron says, so if a man ought to be virtuous, what should these virtues be? The perception of virtues has changed numerous times throughout different societies to suit their religious or honorable mindset. I just gave you a rundown, Brother Barron. Doing the right thing for the right reason. Bettering yourself as a man. not trying to impress anybody. Listen, a lot of times when you find a dude, right? When you find a man that is, trying to, call himself bettering himself, he ain't doing it for himself. Because a lot of times he's trying to do it to impress that woman. I'm going to throw this out here too. If you really want the right kind of woman in your life, brothers, make sure you work on you first. The right woman will come, but you have to be true to yourself first. You have to be true to yourself. You understand? If you're not going to be true and honest to yourself, then guess what? Then you'll never get the kind of woman you want. And then the reality of the matter is simply this too. You may not ever get the kind of woman or the kind of man you want. But since this is mainly, barbershop talk, y'all excuse me a minute. Yeah. See, once again, there is no such thing as certainty. Only opportunity. That's what I want y'all to realize, man. And it ain't just in dating when it comes down to not having not just when it comes down to dating. But that's life itself, man. There is no such thing as, there is no such thing as certainty. Only opportunity. Brother Richard said facts. They're the real lames because they're stuck on stupid. If you're in your 40s and up still playing games in life, you failed. That's facts, brother. For sure. Brother Walter says, I'm a very picky man, not perfect, but I have morals. Listen, brother, the requirement is not, you don't have to be perfect. That's the thing. Stop, listen, to all my brothers out here, to all the brothers that's listening to me tonight, it ain't about perfection. Ain't one of us perfect. None of us are perfect. But as long as you strive to better yourself and you understand yourself and you get to know yourself better, that's important. But I must also throw in as well, seek the Most High first. You got to seek Him. Because I'm of the belief and the conviction that there is a supreme being much higher than myself. It ain't about being perfect. There's no such thing as perfection. None of us are perfect. None of us will ever be perfect. We strive to become the ultimate version of ourselves for ourselves. We're striving towards perfection. And also, when we strive to become the ultimate version of ourselves for the glory of the Most High, our Creator. That's the end goal. That's the game. That's the goal. It ain't about perfection. J. Cole says, and that's why those men that join gangs and live the fast life eventually die. The Bible even says if you seek to save your own life, you will lose it. But if you don't seek to save your life, you will be saved. Nothing in this life is guaranteed, so why the hell would you shorten it by doing risky things? Exactly. And Brother Richard is spot on. He says a high value man isn't necessarily making good money. A high value man lives by honor, loyalty, and respect for self and others. Well said. That's all I'm saying. He's spot on. J. Cole raises the question, so if you work for the city taking out garbage and making a decent wage, are you not a high value man? Are you not worthy of marriage and a good woman? Of course. Of course. Don't let the rest of these clowns getting y'all to feel bad because you ain't making the kind of money that everybody else is doing. Come on, man. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because I'm going to tell you something else too. As a matter of fact, I'm going to quote the late Reverend Ike, or paraphrase. You are not, I repeat, you are not the opinion of other people. See, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Hear me good. Why are men trying to impress women that don't give a damn about them? And why are you trying to keep up with other dudes who don't know what they're talking about when it comes down to these women? Why are you trying to impress people that don't like themselves? They're barely getting by impressing themselves, but you trying to impress other people? Come on, man. It's the truth. Come on, man. Miss me with that. Become the best version of yourself for yourself. Never mind everybody else. I remember that too. Brother Walter says, I remember the rapper / Pastor Mace got criticized for saying that any black man joining a gang in this day and age is weak. Come on, man. See, it's that kind of mentality as to why men don't want to be bothered with people. Who in their right mind wants to be bothered with that kind of nonsense? Come on, man. All right, we getting ready to wrap it up here. But I had to come on here and I had to share with you y'all, man, my 2 cents about a responsible man being a lame. Let me say this, and I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna shut it down. I'll say again. You see, the reason why men who have morals and standards, who are honorable and respectful, you know why we're being criticized, and you know why the shaming tactics and the shaming language is being hurled our way. You know why that is? Because it's not just because of feminism. It's a large part of it. But it's also because they are angry with us. Because they didn't make the same choices that we did. And because they see us flourishing, because they see us succeeding and winning, especially in a world that is totally weaponized against us, they're angry with themselves. And because they're angry with themselves, because they are kicking themselves, and they see greatness in us, and they don't see it in themselves, that's why the shaming language is coming. So in addition to feminism and them being angry with themselves, they have this entitled attitude that they are entitled to having a good man. No, you ain't. If anything, you ain't entitled to a damn thing, because nobody owes you nothing. And with the way things are in this world, the reality is, this is a matter of survival. This is survival of the fittest, you feel me? And because this is survival of the fittest, because times are so difficult, nobody owes you a damn thing. You better be grateful for the things that you still have. Because you have it 1 second, then the next second, all that could be gone. At the snap of my fingers, all that could be gone. So to all my brothers that's still here, that's still listening to me, keep doing you. And anybody, I don't care who it is, anybody that wants to clown you and shame you for being a man of honor and a man of integrity and a man of decency and respect, man, screw, later for them. Later for them. You continue to be honest and true to yourself. Because the truth is, there's going to be a whole lot more people that's going to be waking up to all this propaganda BS. And these same lame brain dead ass Negroes, these handkerchief head wearing Negroes, that's hating on you and me because we're responsible and we're not promiscuous, they only wish that they have it as good as we do. So to all the honorable brothers out here, much respect to y'all, man. Y'all keep doing your thing. Keep praying, keep meditating, keep building, keep working. Don't give up on the Most High. Don't give up on yourself. You keep doing you. Because I tell you something, in spite of all the player hating that you're getting, We are inspiring other men to become better than where they are too. That's real spill. Invest in yourself. Believe in yourself. That's self-care. That ain't self-sabotage. Self-sabotage is having mismatched baby mamas and baby daddies and having whole baseball teams and whole basketball teams. Self-sabotage is when you are knowingly getting into a toxic relationship with somebody that's toxic, and eventually you're going to be paying child support and alimony, and it's coming out of your pockets, and you're going to be living in subhuman poverty. That's self-sabotage. You ain't the opinion of other people. You never have been, and you never will be. Somebody that's a lame, got money in their pockets, money in their bank accounts. That's a lame, huh? Well, I'm just going to have to be a lame then, because I'm going to continue to be me and get better all the damn time. Let the haters continue to watch you shine, brothers. Let them continue to watch you shine. Don't pander for no woman. Be honorable. Be true to yourself. To thine own self, be true. I believe that was Socrates that said, once again, to thine own self, be true. I leave y'all with this. 2 Chronicles 7:14. If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves, I will hear from heaven and I will heal their land. Isaiah 45:22 says, look unto me, saith the Most High, and be ye saved. Romans 10:9, it says, if thou wilt believe, if thou wilt confess with thy mouth and believe in thine heart, the man commonly called Jesus, aka Yeshua, thou shalt be saved. Knowledge of self. Psalm 82:6, ye are gods, ye are children of the Most High God. Psalm 139, verse 14, you are fearfully and wonderfully made. And it also says in 1 Peter 2:9, you are a peculiar people, a royal priesthood, and holy nation. And you are also made in the image and likeness of your Creator. Because it says in Genesis 2:7, and the Most High formed man from the dust of the ground and blew into his nostrils the breath of life. And to get rid and to dismiss all these haters out here, 2 Corinthians 6:14-17, come ye out from amongst them and be ye separate. Because the reality is you don't need them. They will need you a whole heck of a lot more than you will ever need them. And that, my friends, has been my 2 cents. Well, folks, I'm Yosef Isaiah Benjamin. That's been my 2 cents. I appreciate each and every one of you for listening to me. Thank you for your compliments. Thank you for your dialogue. Like the video, share the video, tag your family and your friends, and please donate to the cause. My Cash App ID is $Hidden One Truth. That's once again, That's $Hidden1Truth. Join me next time as I will present to you my 2 cents on another subject matter that confronts all of us collectively and individually. Until next time, I'm Yosef Benjamin. I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Have a good one. Peace. I'm out.